the 50-minute city, this is a proposal different because at the beginning, Anne Hidalgo proposed this continuity of the program the Mayor Delanoë for transforming our infrastructures, because Paris Plage and the first bike lines, the pedestrianization as well, were different proposals for transforming infrastructures, for having more bikeability in the city. In 2016, 1 year after the COP21, I proposed to Anne Hidalgo another step for continuing to transform our city, based on this idea to change our urban lifestyle.
Yeah.
And this is the idea of the 50-minute city. This is not more continuing to developing more and more infrastructures, but before all to transform our urban lifestyle for having more and more local services in a polycentric city.
Because the 15-minute city, it's an ecosystem of neighborhoods, basically. To live well, we all know that if you can walk or if you can easily access your basic services, the things you need to live, your grocery, your exercise, your health services, you know your neighbors, you know the neighborhood, you care for it. You develop what Carlos calls topophilia, which means you're attached to the place. This is what we are implementing in Paris. We are creating connected neighborhoods where we make sure that people have access to 6 vital functions, which are their grocery, their work, their living environment, their health services, their education, and their cultural and entertainment activities. And this is based on a scientific methodology that looks at access time to those equipment, but then also we involve people.
During the first wave of the COVID-19, decided to embrace the 50-minute city concept. In July 2020, we had the totality of Europe under a lockdown, and the mayor of Milan, Giuseppe Sala, embraced this concept in order to propose the new path, the new trajectory for having a new urban lifestyles in the post-COVID times. And the C40 cities has voted in July 2020 for embracing the 50-minute city concept for all cities members of this powerful global network. And in this moment, of course, we had Montreal, New York, London, Barcelona,
Boston,
Madrid,
London,
Boston, Rio, Buenos Aires, etc., etc. Each one of cities has the possibility for customizing the concept in the local social, economical, ecological context. The 50-minute city, this is not a copy-paste, this is not a magic wand.
It's a vision. The 15-minute city cannot work if you don't engage the citizen, the urban dwellers, into understanding what is their life. Understand, if my street gets more trees and I can actually walk and enjoy some shade while I drop my kids in the morning, I like it. And so I'm going to say, yes, I understand it's important for me. It's also important for the grandmother who cannot walk too far, and she will be happy to have some bench and public space at the bottom of her flat. It's useful for people who are in wheelchairs because their mobility is also important. So it's sort of a converging motto for a lot of people.
And this is at the same time a new urban lifestyles for loving our places, for loving our streets, for having more friendly activities with the neighbors.